provided by Thomas Allgeier and Frennis, based on the most relevant posts on LinkedIn about AI in B2B marketing. In CW 2122, Frennis is a B2B market research company working with enterprises to optimize their campaigns with account and executive insights far beyond AI. Welcome to the Deep Dive. We've pulled together a really focused stack of source material for you today, basically a curated collection of LinkedIn posts, specifically from calendar weeks 21 and 22.
That's right. And the topic that was just buzzing across those weeks was clearly AI and B2B marketing. Our goal here is to sift through what the practitioners and, the experts on the ground are actually saying.
Yeah, pull out the really important nuggets.
Exactly. Extract those nuggets and help you understand what's genuinely changing and maybe more importantly, why it matters for your work right now.
It's a space that's moving incredibly fast, so getting these real-time insights feels crucial. Okay, let's dive in. We saw a few major themes emerge from these posts that felt really significant. The first one is all about how AI is, already having a huge impact on boosting efficiency and streamlining marketing operations.
Absolutely. And this isn't just theory, right? It's about tangible gains people are seeing now. Dennis Panjuta, for instance, outlined 8 key pillars where AI isn't just a nice to have.
8 pillars.
Yeah, where it can actively automate, optimize, and scale things. Everything from lead gen and email campaigns all the way to analytics and even managing internal knowledge.
Yeah.
And what stood out there was his advice: start in one area, get good at it, then scale. Don't try to boil the ocean.
Right. Don't bite off more than you can chew initially. And the potential impact on resources, the cost savings, it's quite striking.
Yeah.
Carolyn Healy actually ran the numbers. She calculated that for a pretty lean 3 to 6 person marketing team, AI automation could save an estimated, get this, $74,000 to $115,000 annually.
Wow. That's significant.
It really is.
Yeah.
That's by automating tasks across content, customer insights, campaigns, engagement, reporting, the whole lot. That's a massive chunk of budget freed up, or just tons of time back.
Right. It's not just fiddling around the edges. And Nicole Mossinger pointed to the kinds of practical, ready-to-go solutions making an immediate difference.
Like what sort of things?
Well, things like automating list cleaning and enrichment, that tedious but essential work.
Yeah, I hate that.
Exactly. Or speeding up the creation of repeatable communications, like those first outreach emails, even things like intelligently categorizing job roles or providing smart initial responses to inbound inquiries.
Stuff that just eats up human hours.
Precisely. Hours that are now handled faster and often more accurately by AI.
Okay, so if you're listening and wondering how to actually get started with that, Rish Bhandari shared a list of, I think it was 13 different types of AI tools.
13.
Specifically designed to help marketing teams move 10x faster without necessarily needing more people.
Which is always the goal, right? Faster without bloating the team.
Exactly. And these tools cover everything from buyer persona analysis, lead generation, email personalization, even ABM analytics, account-based marketing stuff.
And it's not necessarily about finding one single magic tool either. Christian Placencia mentioned their team uses AI in, get this, 90% of their go-to-market motions.
90%.
Yeah. But they're using different specific large language models, LLMs, the tech behind ChatGPT and others for different jobs. Maybe one for deep market research, another for refining messaging.
A third for strategy ideas.
Right. It's about matching the AI capability to the specific task at hand.
That makes total sense. You wouldn't use a screwdriver to hammer a nail.
Right.
Right. So pulling this first theme together, I think the clear message from these posts is AI offers practical, usable solutions right now.
Yeah, it's deployed.
It genuinely makes marketing operations more efficient, more precise, and ultimately more cost-effective.
Yeah.
It's less about some far-off future and more about looking at your workflow today and asking, where can AI help us claw back time and resources?
Couldn't agree more. Which actually leads us right into the second big theme we picked up on.
Okay.
Which is how AI is fundamentally changing content creation and customer engagement. But, and this was a really strong undercurrent in a lot of these posts, it's not about replacing the human element.
That balance.
Wow.
It feels critical.
Yeah.
I saw Daniel Bustamante shared something interesting about using AI prompts.
Yeah.
It wasn't just for drafting, like a generic email. He focuses on using AI to craft welcome emails that go beyond just delivering the lead magnet.
Yeah.
Actually building excitement, turning casual signups into genuinely engaged subscribers.
So better conversion through personalization at scale.
Exactly.
And on the outreach side, Matt Diggity offered a sort of practical playbook for automating parts of the link building process using AI.
Parts. not the whole thing.
Right. Saving time on prospecting and drafting, which lets you focus on crafting more personalized pitches, still driven by human strategy, though.
This really hits that human plus AI point hard, doesn't it?
It does.
Andrei Boychuk's testing highlighted this perfectly, I thought. He found AI makes email teams faster, definitely better at drafting, A/B testing, scaling personalization.
But there's a but.
Big but. It doesn't replace human strategy. It doesn't replace that deep customer understanding or the unique brand voice. The AI is an incredible assistant, maybe, but the human is still the director.
Yeah, I liked how Jennifer Brennan put it. She called it her unexpected friendship with AI.
Ah, okay.
She found AI was brilliant at analyzing data for insights, spotting patterns humans might miss. But it really struggled with truly creative stuff like taglines.
Yeah, the creative spark.
Unless she gave it incredibly detailed, nuanced human guidance. She described AI as the perfect sous chef.
Sous chef. I like that analogy.
Yeah.
Assisting the main chef's creative direction.
Exactly. Efficient execution, but needs direction.
Tom Winter's observation fits here too then.
Yeah.
He noted that a lot of AI-generated content right now, well, it lacks depth.
Mm-hmm.
And he argues it's not really the AI's fault. It comes from lazy input. You still need genuine subject matter expertise. You still need to do the research before you even start prompting the AI.
Garbage in, garbage out, basically.
Pretty much. The AI synthesizes, but it needs quality ingredients to work with.
And Nurikin Kaya summarized it nicely. AI won't replace creative teams. It'll amplify them. It enables co-creation.
Creation.
Yeah, making it much easier to scale content output, like drafting multiple video script versions or blog posts for different audience segments much more efficiently.
Okay, so wrapping up the second theme on content and engagement. AI gives you immense power to scale personalization, speed up creation. That's clear.
Huge power.
But the creativity, the strategy, the empathy, that unique brand voice that makes you you, that absolutely still needs skilled human marketers. It's about using AI to let your people do more.
Well said. And that leads us to our third major theme. And this one feels like a pretty fundamental shift.
Okay, I'm ready.
It's how AI is dramatically altering the landscape of search and how B2B buyers are discovering information and making decisions. It's changing the actual rules of online visibility.
Right. This is where things get really interesting, I think. Jamie Pagan shared some pretty compelling results.
Yeah, I saw that post.
Seeing a massive increase in users and leads coming specifically from AI search. And the key shift they spotted was that these AI search tools, ChatGPT, Perplexity, that kind of thing.
They don't just give you links.
Exactly. They give you direct answers synthesized from multiple sources. Very different from old school Google results.
And Marlene Vicaire picked up on this too. She suggested that some of those recent traffic drops people are seeing aren't just normal algorithm tweaks.
It's the AI search effect.
It's AI search kicking in. Visibility isn't just about your ranking position anymore. It's about being referenced as a source in those synthesized answers.
So your content needs to be structured so the AI can understand it and cite it.
Precisely. It needs to see you as authoritative.
Which means AI is effectively becoming this critical gatekeeper in the B2B buying process. Jack Kruczewski and Niels Landreis highlighted this.
A gatekeeper, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah. If your brand lacks AI authority, if these new AI platforms can't find you or, as they put it, summon you.
Summon you, right.
Prospects might just never find you, even if you used to rank #1 on Google.
That's a scary thought for a lot of marketers. And Lee Auden reinforced this with Forrester data. Apparently, up to 90% of B2B buyers are already using Gen AI, generative AI.
90%, wow.
For their research. This isn't some future thing. It's happening now.
So it just screams that you need to deliver these best answer content experiences, as Lee put it, wherever buyers are looking, adapting to this AI-led discovery.
Totally. And Kate Williams added another fascinating layer to this. It's actually flattening the buyer journey itself. She suggests that the traditional B2B sales cycle, like, hopping between websites, reading multiple emails, talking to different people,
An old dance.
That might condense down into a single chat interface. Buyers could potentially get product info, demos, quotes, ROI analysis, all within one AI-powered conversation.
Whoa. So awareness, education, action, all potentially happening in one place.
Could be. It's a big shift. The focus moves from just getting clicks to becoming the definitive, authoritative source that the AI trusts and references.
Your whole content strategy needs to be built with that AI discoverability in mind, building brand authority that the models recognize.
Exactly. Which leads us very naturally into our final big theme,
Okay, theme 4.
which is all about the strategic adaptation needed, the new measurement challenges, and really the fundamental evolution required for marketers to thrive in this AI world.
Yeah, this feels like the so what part.
Yeah.
Beyond the tools, what does it really mean for us?
Right. And it brings up some crucial, maybe tricky questions. Jennifer Davis highlighted the significant challenges AI introduces for data privacy and compliance.
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
Marketers really need to understand exactly how these AI models are using data. You might need to update consent language. You definitely need transparency and accountability for decisions the AI makes.
She mentioned do not train.
Yeah, the idea of do not train your AI with specific customer data might become as important as the unsubscribe button.
Interesting. And if AI is doing more, how do you even measure its real value? That seems tough.
Incredibly tough. Aaron Lim, or Yushin Lim, emphasized this critical need for new measurement frameworks. Evaluating AI's impact isn't simple ROI anymore.
Right.
You have to measure the quality of the data feeding the AI, the performance of the model itself, and then the effectiveness, even the fairness of the AI's outputs. And that's complex, especially with generative AI, where the output is, subjective.
Very tricky. Stephanie Stocker offered a pretty sharp strategic warning too, didn't she?
She did. She said the real risk AI poses to marketers isn't necessarily job loss,
Okay.
but relevance loss.
Oof. Relevance.
Simply using AI to churn out generic, low-value content. That's a fast track to becoming irrelevant, basically. B2B marketing has to evolve strategically, focus on driving decisions further down the funnel, adapt the whole approach, not just bolt on some tools.
That makes sense. Drew Neisser's discussions with B2B CMOs seem to echo that. Many are still early adopters.
Yeah, still figuring it out.
But they overwhelmingly get the need for a strategy before tools. They're focused on identifying the highest impact problems AI can actually solve, benchmarking where they are now, and critically, training their teams.
And getting hands on themselves. CMOs need to become master prompters, really understand how to guide these tools effectively.
Right. And John Miller added that the sort of traditional marketing automation playbook, it's actually failing.
Failing. Why?
Because B2B buyers are making decisions much earlier now, often before they even talk to sales.
Yeah.
So the strategic shift needed is away from just lead capture.
Towards influencing earlier.
Exactly. Towards early influence, from simple automation to genuine AI augmentation. And moving away from obsessing over MQL counts, marketing qualified leads,
Yeah, the vanity metrics sometimes.
to focusing on meaningful engagement throughout that whole journey, which AI can help with, if used strategically.
It sounds like adaptation isn't really optional anymore. It's urgent. Mitty Chang shared a key insight from a G2 report.
What was that?
AI is now an always included expectation for buyers looking at B2B software.
Wow, okay. Buyers just expect it.
They just expect it. Combine that with buyers doing research earlier and that journey flattening out. Marketers have to adapt quickly to meet these new expectations and show value where buyers are actually looking.
So ultimately, adapting means rethinking everything. Strategy, measurement, maybe even team structures.
Yeah, Liza Adams brought up interesting concepts like human AI teams, even the potential for a CMO's digital twin. It's about ensuring that blend AI's precision with essential human insight.
Like Lee Auden put it simply, H plus AI equals ROI. Human plus AI equals return on investment.
That's the formula.
It's definitely clear from this batch of posts that AI isn't just changing tactics, it's fundamentally reshaping B2B marketing strategy and execution.
Absolutely. So thinking about all these pieces, the efficiency gains, the content transformation, that huge shift in search and buyer behavior, and the absolute need for strategic adaptation, maybe here's a question I'll leave you with.
Okay, let's hear it.
If AI is becoming so deeply integrated into efficiency, content, sales, search, and buyers now just expect AI-enhanced experiences everywhere,
Yeah.
how do you ensure your brand's unique voice, your genuine expertise, and that really essential human connection still cuts through all the growing AI noise? How do you make sure it truly resonates with your specific buyers?
That's a good one. How do you stay human and unique when the machines are everywhere?
Something to ponder as you navigate this constantly evolving landscape.
New deep dives drop every 2 weeks. Also check out our other editions on ABM, field marketing, channel and partner marketing, MarTech, and go-to-market strategy.
Thank you for joining the Deep Dive.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss future deep dives into the topics shaping B2B today.
We'll catch you next time.